Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to Live for Love TV.
Hello, everybody. My name is Caleb, and you're watching Live for Love TV. Like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.
Like, share, subscribe to Live for Love TV.
Back to Live for Love TV. Today's the 29th day of the 11th month of the 21st year inside the 21st century. Hope everyone's doing well out there. Today we're going to talk about the comfort zone. The comfort zone. Why do I mention the comfort zone? Well, I was thinking about it because after 5.5 decades of life and living on 3 continents, I'd say less than this amount of fingers on my hand have I met people who were comfortable outside of the comfort zone. Now that sounds a little bit contradictory, but simply meaning they know they're able to operate outside of their comfort zone well. Now, the reason I mention that is because I challenge anybody who's in their comfort zone or anybody who's worked out their comfort zone to show me where you get growth when you're inside that comfort zone. Because growth, when you're in the comfort zone, is so minuscule, almost non-existent. Maybe it exists a little bit, but almost minuscule. And you need to be able to come out of your comfort zone in order to have the growth that you're going to need. Anybody who's in a situation today where they want a partner they haven't got, they want a job they haven't got, they want money they haven't reached, they want business they're not at yet today, that's all leading to show that you're still inside your comfort zone, wherever that is. We all, as human beings, want to be comfortable. That is a given. I'm no different to anybody else. We all want to be comfortable. When we go and buy a bed, a settee, an armchair, anything that we relax in, we want to be comfortable. We buy the most comfortable one we can find. But the danger is how long do you stay in it? Because if you get the most comfortable bed and you spend too long in it, sooner or later you're going to be ill. You're going to start to become, your muscles become apathy. Got that wrong, but you understand what I mean. Your muscles start to waste away, yeah? And you start to, get weaker and weaker. Even people who are going to hospital after they've had a big operation, the doctors very quickly get them out and get them up walking about. Now they're comfortable in their bed. They've just had a major operation, but the danger of staying in the bed after an operation with blood clots and muscle wastage and stuff like that is very serious, and doctors know this, so they get them out of their comfort zone very quickly and back onto their feet. I use that as an example because that's the problem most people have when they're unhappy in their lives, because they're actually inside their comfort zone. And yes, it's natural to want to get into the comfort zone, but you can't spend too long there. Now here comes the conundrum. Sometimes things knock you out of your comfort zone and you feel like you're going through a turmoil or stressful or something really stressful, really bad, because you've been knocked out of your comfort zone. Maybe your parents have picked you up or somebody's picked you up and you decided to take you to another country. Maybe, you've got locked up. You weren't expecting it and you got on a long sentence or a sentence. Maybe you're just going for a divorce, knocked out of your comfort zone of your marriage. It doesn't matter what it is, but this is where the growth is coming from. And the reason why it feels stressful, the reason why it feels so bad to you is because that's how when you come out of the comfort zone, that's how it feels. And that's exactly how it's meant to feel. It's meant to feel like that. That's what growth feels like. You get growing pains, you get growth pains. That you're misinterpreting it as something else and saying it's bad, it shouldn't be happening. But when you look back after, maybe say you've gone through a divorce or whatever, 5, 10, 15 years afterwards, you realize these are some of the best times of your life. And why are they some of the best times of your life? Because they got you out of your comfort zone. And that comfort zone was killing you. And you knew it, but you just wanted to stay in it as long as you could. Just like somebody wanting to stay in their bed as long as they can. It's nice to get a comfortable bed, but you need only a certain amount of hours in there to rejuvenate yourself and get out of that comfortable bed and get up and moving again. So the comfort zone is, I wouldn't say it's a killer, but it really does push your dreams back years. People procrastination. Whenever you're procrastinating and you want to do something, but you're stuck in a rut and you can't get to do that thing, it's because you're in your comfort zone and you're deep within your comfort zone. That's why they use this word. You're deep in your comfort zone. You need to find ways out of it before somebody else knocks you out of it. Because when people knock you out of your comfort zone, it's a lot more uncomfortable. I mean, a lot more, stressful, should I say, use that word. A lot more stressful than when you come out of it yourself. When you operate outside the comfort zone, all the things that these governments and people around the world are trying to do to the populace of the world right now wouldn't stress you at all. You wouldn't have a problem with it because you're already outside of that zone. But when you're inside that comfort zone, everything that you hear on the news, everything that something happens, you instantly believe, oh, this is bad. This is bad because it's like a threat to your comfort of your life. I hear so many people saying that the world has got worse. I don't understand. I never understand this. When they say the world is getting worse every day, what do they mean? Where do they get their evidence from of this? I mean, if anybody who studied history knows what the world has been ever since, I don't understand. What do they mean it's getting worse? There were times when people used boiling people in fat as a torture for criminal offences. I don't hear about that anymore. There's this, as we know, slavery, the horrors of slavery, are unmentionable now. Even the Second World War and the horrors during that. There's so many things you could look back at throughout history. If you knew history and understood it, you wouldn't turn around and say this world is worse today than it's ever been. What happens when people say that is because they're kind of in their comfort zone. They're stuck and they're not moving psychologically. So what's happened to them is they're just tight in that, oh, I was, when I was 18 and 19, things were really good. You didn't know what things were. You were ignorant of the real world. And now that you're 50, 60, 70 or older or even just a little bit younger, you now think the world's changed. No, it's you who's changed. You've got to see the world now. You've opened up. You're now hearing things you never knew were happening a long, long time ago. You didn't know what was going on in Slovenia. You didn't know what was going on in Poland. You didn't know what was going on in Afghanistan 40 years ago. You didn't know. How do you know these places have got worse? You don't know any of this sort of stuff. But when you grow up, when you come out of your comfort zone, you start to widen your horizons and you start to understand by having growth, psychological growth, emotional growth as well. You start to realize that the world is what it is. It's always been. I mean, you can read people who believe in the Bible and Scripture. Look at the stuff that was going on in the Bible. Look at the Old Testament. Just look at it. How can people say the world is worse than it was then, when people could wipe out whole towns, cattle and all, dogs, cats, everything? It's got to go, killed. Not sure what their guilt was, but this is the sort of things that were happening in the old days, as far as the Bible says. So how can the world be getting worse? Where are people getting this kind of consciousness from? I'm saying they're getting it from being in some comfort zone. They're in their comfort zone and they are not able to get any growth. And without growth, you really can't understand the things that are happening around you or what's even happening within you. So I'm saying, let's grow up. Let's come out of our comfort zone willingly rather than being knocked out of it. And let's realize that that's where the real growth is. And everything that grows has pain. That's just the way it is. I'm sorry to say. There's no pain, there's no growth without pain. So when you move from one stage to another, even those people who do bodybuilding and stuff like that, they get pains. They get pains because they're growing. That's how it goes. Children get pains when they grow. So you don't expect to grow and no pains or no feelings of uncomfortability going to happen. That's part and parcel of what growing is all about. Anyway, take care. Live for Love TV. Stay tuned. See you soon.